Hello, folks. How are you? It's so good to be here. This is my second night here at Herman's. And get yourself a drink, you guys. You already have a drink. At home, let's hope you guys are all settled in. We're doing live stream as well. We're going to start off with a bunch of polkas. Last night I started, since my daughter was actually sitting there not too far, I started with a tune that I wrote for her when she was about 2.5 years old. She's 16 now. And and we just did, I just played a bunch of, fresh new polkas. One's called Tamsin's Polka, and then the other one's called Polka Brian, written by Nathan Curry. He was in my band for many years. And then we finished up with one I wrote when I went to visit Newfoundland for the first time. And I don't know if you've ever been there in June or May when the icebergs are going through. Pretty amazing. So the last tune is called The Iceberg. Thank you very much. Geez, I'm tired now. I need a rest. Folks, we're trying it differently tonight. This is my solo show, and you can hear the backup band. Wonderful sounding, eh? These are musicians that I've recorded with in the past, and they're wonderful friends. And I've asked them if we can use, some of the backing tracks off my old albums, and they all said, "Of course, no problem." And so it's a bit different without them being right here, but I can definitely hear and feel their vibes back here. So that was Joe Phillips on bass playing there, wonderful playing, and Adam Dobres, he's playing guitar, and you heard probably the acoustic guitar and the electric guitar on that last track. And this album is called Mélange, which is not available tonight, but it's on iTunes. And a lot of the pieces are my own compositions. So it was kind of a nice project, my 6th album I put out, and it was quite a unique project where I did probably 60 or 65% of the tunes were my own compositions. So we'll continue on here, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just play something off that album. And I was really fortunate to team up with a lot of great Canadian musicians. And this next one features an accordion player that I really love. I love his playing. I love the guy. He's from Montmagny, Quebec. I don't know. Have you heard of that little village? It's near Quebec City. It's about 20 minutes east of Quebec City. And he runs a festival called Carrefour Mondial de l'Accordéon. And it's wonderful. All accordions from all over the world. And he's done it for 30 years, I think, now. A beautiful little place, and you think you're in Paris. It's really beautiful. So check it out. And he hires me sometimes, and I'm the lone fiddle player. I'm the only fiddler there, and surrounded by all these accordions. But I learned a lot from that, just to hear that. So he plays a diatonic accordion. So that's a 1-row, which is really looks simple, but it's not very easy. They just fill up all the notes with trills and stuff, and he makes the accordions as well. So Rénal Ouellette and our friend Benoit Legault plays piano on this track, and we're going to do 4 tunes. So the first one is written by him, dedicated to the festival, so it's called Reel Carrefour. And then I wrote the 2 middle ones. The middle one's called L'Archette Fantôme, which is translated means the ghostly bow. And, I wrote the tune actually in BC many years ago, that tune. And so when I always place my bow on the fiddle somehow. But it was actually balancing so lightly that the breeze was actually just making that bow just move on its own. And I can hear some notes from the fiddle. So I was inspired to actually write this kind of French tune. And in the key that I heard, it was B minor. And then we'll follow it with a tune called Riela Joseph, who I dedicate to the bass player I just mentioned, Joe. Joe he speaks French, but he plays all styles of music. And so I dedicate Riela Joseph to him, and then we'll finish up with another Rénal Ouellette tune called Éolie. Cheers. Thank you. Sounds like you enjoyed that one. Makes you want to dance, doesn't it? Thank you very much, folks, for listening, and thanks for tuning in at home, folks. It's so great. They have it well set up here. Hey, folks, look at this. Plexiglass everywhere and distancing. And let's give a hand to Herman's for doing this. And the staff that's working so hard. And Tom Bowler, who's doing a great job with the sound here. And the video. He's doing double duty. So we're going to follow it now with, let's do a track off Mandorla, which is an album I put out with Adam Dobres. And I don't know if you've heard, folks, we were nominated for 3 awards. For 2, thank you. Instrumental Group of the Year and World Group of the Year for Canadian Folk Music Awards. Yeah, and Western Canadian Music Awards as well for instrumental. So, and then that all the news came in right before March, and we were supposed to tour everywhere. And this just coming back to doing live shows like this really hits hard here in the heart, because as you know, we all miss it. We all miss the live. We need the arts, and folks that believe in it and are following, the health protocols. I think we owe it to them, because it must be hard for them as venues to keep it going, and we need places like that. So again, let's give a hand to everybody that believes in this, and I think we can continue doing it safely. It's really good. So folks, let's do a track. This one is we're going to do 2 tracks in one tonight, just as a medley. And they're beautiful Irish tunes. 2 of them are Irish jigs. One's called Humours of Glendart, and then the second one is Loch Gowna, I think Shores or Banks of Loch Gowna. And then we'll do a beautiful air. It's really an old air, 1600s. It was written originally in Blasket Islands in County Kerry in Ireland. And it was written for a couple getting married. And it's called baroque na Cara Gabon. Did you understand that? Yeah. Did you understand? Baroque. I can't say it again. I think I did well the first time. It means the edge of the white rock. And the lyrics are really beautiful if you know Irish Gaelic. So we're going to play that for you. Cheers. Thank you very much. Nice, lovely melody there, eh? I learned that from the singing of Seamus Begley from County Kerry. Wonderful man, great accordion player. And what to follow that with? Maybe a quick waltz now would be nice. There's a birthday tonight, folks. A birthday, and it's Rosemary over there. Let's say happy birthday, Rosemary. Shanna, can you get Rosemary a drink and I'll buy it? I hope that's the only birthday tonight. And folks at home, you can't be yelling at me saying, buy me a drink. So yeah, that's great. Great to celebrate a birthday on a night like this. I'll dedicate the next set or tune to you. And this one's written by a local musician here. You guys know Daniel Lapp? Yeah, he's, of course, you know. I'm going to take a little sip of water here. We know a mutual friend. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago, but he lived a full life in his late 80s, and a great fiddle player from County Cavan, I believe, in Ireland. And he moved to Ottawa in the 1980s with his family. And I lived in Ottawa for many years and got to meet him. Great chap. He would show his LPs, his Irish LPs, to all the young fiddle players, and I would learn a lot from him. And Daniel Lapp got to know him because he'd come over to Victoria to visit his daughter. Leo Brown, that's in the title. Yeah, it's almost there. Yes, Leo Brown is his name, and great man. So he would he's a big man. He's a big character, and he always writes beautiful tunes as well. He writes waltzes and tunes and reels and stuff. So this is a really, really nice tune that Daniel Lapp wrote for him. It's called When Leo Brown Waltzed Through Town. So there you go. We're going to play it for you. And it features on accordion this time is Nicholas Williams and Joe Phillips on bass, and again, Adam Dobrez on guitar. This is off my old album, Mélange, and it goes like this. One, two, three. Geez, I was just imagining a big hall full of dancers, you know? It's going to happen one day, for sure. I'm going to follow it with, I'm going to feature another guitar player that I got to really know really well in Ottawa. His name is Ian Clark, and if I can just find the track. Ian Clark is originally from Scotland, and just a great, yeah. And he's just a wonderful man. He's very enthusiastic about music, and he never really chose it as a profession because he's a patent officer in Ottawa. He's got a good job. Yeah, and so he really plays wonderful guitar, and I just got him on this track to do. It's a again, Melange was an album project to do new compositions, so I wrote kind of in a Cape Breton style, and it features a tune. Always you dedicate it to certain places and certain people and even pets. So the first one I thought of the place we first lived as a family out in Kekabeka Falls. I don't know. We moved from Thunder Bay 2 years ago, but just outside of Thunder Bay is a place called Kekabeka Falls. And it's known as the Niagara of the North. Really, really beautiful. So we were on the road there, 25 acres, really nice little property, and the kids really remember that place. And the road's called Mokumen Road, so I call it the Mokumen Road, Strathspey. So I'll do that for you. And we had lots of pets when we were out in the country. We had pets. We have lots of room. We had bunnies. We had turtles. We even had a lovebird. Yeah, and the lovebird, we let her free sometimes inside the house, and she would fly a bit here and there and always land on my shoulder. So cute little pet, but she would really bite hard on my earlobe, and I'd yell. But there was one day she was actually really, really bugging me. She was really loud and really trying to sing something, and I was writing tunes at that time, and just enough to just tease me to say, "This is my tune, I want you to write it." And I said, "Okay, I give in." So I wrote a tune for her. Her name's Lunar, and it's called Lunar's Tune, and there's a bit of it in the second part of her message. And then we'll follow it with a tune that I dedicate to another bandmate, Duncan Cameron, another Scottish name. He's from Sudbury, and he's a multi-instrumentalist, a wonderful guy. And he'd play whistle, boron, he'd sing, and he played bouzouki as well. So I call it Mr. Cameron's Bouzouki. Hope you like it. Cheers. Thank you very much. We have some East Coasters here tonight, do we? Sort of. So we're gonna do one more set here, and we'll take a wee break if that's all right. I just need a little bit of a break on my arm, and a wee drink here as well. If you're okay with that, we'll just take a 5-minute break, and there's some CDs over there as well. Maxine is selling. And I only have the one there tonight, the Mandorla. The rest of them you can find on iTunes. What's next? We're going to do one off Mandorla. So the next one here is a mix of tunes with Adam Dobries on guitar. The first one I actually learned it from another bandmate. His name is Nathan Curry, and he used to live. He lives in Ottawa now, but he used to live in Montreal, and he'd go visit some Algerian coffee house and hear authentic Algerian music. So he learned like a couple tunes on his bouzouki, and never got the names of them. So he simply calls them Berber tunes. So there's one of them that I decided to put together with some contemporary Irish polkas, and it kind of works. I hope it does. We'll play it for you, and we'll let you judge that if it does work. So a Berber tune into two Irish polkas, and they're contemporary tunes. One's by Steve Cooney, it's called Blue Fiddle. And his is a bit of odd tune as well. It's in 3/4. So most polkas are in 2/4. So you'll count 3 beats in that one. And then the last one by Alan Kelly, and it's called Trip to Dingle. And if you've ever been to Dingle Peninsula in Ireland, it's beautiful, gorgeous. They have the famous dolphin there, I think. It's still there, maybe? No? So here it is, the Berber tune, Blue Fiddle, and Trip to Dingle off Mandorla. Thank you. We'll be back in 5, folks. Thank you. Cheers. Well, folks, I'm back. How's everybody doing? How's the birthday girl? Cheers. It's so good to play for live smiles and real people. There's real people at home listening too. But screen time is takes up your life sometimes, eh? But I'm glad this folks are listening and on their screens right now, listening in right now. Folks, I forgot to mention, there's been advertised on the screen once in a while. It's artsonview.ca/donate. And folks who are listening at home, there's an opportunity to go on the website and donate to the musicians who are playing for the evening. But if you can go back again and just go back to the website and donate towards the venue as well. You can only do it one at a time, I think, but it's very important. Let's give a hand to Hermans and the whole staff here, because without them, cheers. I wouldn't have a home to play at right now or a venue. So they're doing a great job, and they've done it since April, believe it or not. So we're gonna do a tune called "The Yearning." So that's kind of what it's by Duncan Cameron. It's a jig. It's just a little jig that we're gonna do, and I just love the meaning behind that. It's really what we're all doing right now. Where we're yearning for this normal life that we're gonna get eventually. It's what we need. We need this in life. We need art. We need to continue arts, because that's one of the first things that got cut all worldwide. I've got a lot of friends that they're thinking about changing careers because of this happening, and it's really, really tough. And so let's just think of those folks out there, and somehow encourage them to go on. And I think there's ways to get around this. So we're going to do the Yearning into one that I wrote that it's called Calm After the Storm. And I know the expression's more like calm before the storm. I always felt that there is a calm after a storm. It's pretty messy. It's like branches everywhere, especially here in BC. There's a lot of cleanup to do, but there's this really beautiful calm. And I always like that feeling. So I'll play that for you. It's a 3-part tune, and then we'll do a tune that Duncan wrote as well, the last one. And it's called Trip to Thunder Bay, where I mentioned we used to live, and the bandmates used to come and drive all the way up. So Sault Ste. Marie all the way to Thunder Bay is a beautiful drive. I don't know if you followed the lake before, Lake Superior. Really beautiful. Yeah, and then you just go, and then just winds around, goes up and down. So this tune has a bit of that happy feeling. So we'll play that set for you. It's off the Melange album I mentioned earlier. And let's see if I can find the track I need to play here. Okay, here goes. Thank you. Yeah, not too often you'll hear that set. And that features Joe Phillips and then Duncan Cameron. And also James Stevens, who used to record all my albums, my past albums. And James is a great guy from Ottawa, multi-instrumentalist, great fiddle player as well. So he was actually doing some viola and also some, you can see or hear layers of voices as well. So he did that as well. It's nice. Let's do another one off that album. And this one I wrote for my good friend, Adam Dobres. I've mentioned him so many times tonight, hey? Did you hear the good news, folks? He's expecting with his beautiful wife, Elspeth, a baby girl. So there you go. We're all excited for him. Yes. He's listening. Uh-oh. Hi, Adam. How do you know that? Oh, my God. Okay, Adam. Hope I'm doing all right there. So yeah, Adam, I dedicate this tune to you, and we'll dedicate it tonight if you're listening. This is a great little tune I wrote from called Dobre Swing, and it's a gypsy jazz tune in that style, and I have Dwayne Andrews from Newfoundland playing guitar, Patrick Boyle on trumpet. Patrick's he actually works at the university there, University of Victoria. And we also have Joe Phillips as well on this one. So let's have some fun with this. Let's see if I can. I'm jumping around tonight. Here it is. One, two, three. Cheers. All right, we're gonna slow things down. So I think we're just gonna go way, way back and play some music, early music. Adam and I decided to do a track off the album, and I retuned the fiddle to a lower, like baroque tuning. I think it's 414. The A is usually it's 440 actually standard concert pitch, and I just love the sound of. I won't retune tonight, but yeah, the album you'll get to hear that. And Adam actually plays classical guitar on the set, so you'll hear that tonight. And we're gonna do 3 tunes. I'll do one on my own, and see if I can team up with it. If I can find the track number here. Right. Yeah, and then so the first one is attributed to Henry Purcell. So, and I think he would write a lot for the musicals, the theatrical masterpieces, and I think it's called The Mock Marriage. And the long title is "'Twas Within a Furlong of Edinburgh Town." And I think it had a nickname of the Scotch tune. And it has a bit of that, the Scotch snap, they call it. There's a bit of that in it, but we'll play it that old style. And then we'll do a lady, My Lady Hudson's Poof. Poof, do you know what that is? It's an old cushion, I guess a small cushion that the ladies used to like. And that's a John Dowland tune, so even earlier. So we'll do that piece, and then we'll do one that it's called "O Carolyn's Concerto." And Carolyn was a harpist, a blind harpist from Ireland, and wrote really beautifully. And he was influenced by a lot of baroque music at that early years of when the harp was the main instrument in Ireland. So we'll play these 3 tunes for you. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. That one I had to concentrate on. It's a lot of clanging and dropping things, I guess, in the room here. Are you all drunk or what? Let's continue. Let's do some French tunes. How about that? I'm French Canadian. My dad's francophone, and my mom's from Quebec. So my dad's Franco-Ontarian from Blind River. Do you know where Blind River is? Oh, you've been there. You've been everywhere. So we're, I don't know if you know, I'm a triplet. I am. And we all play fiddle. Yeah, and so some year we'll get the boys to come and we'll do the Schryer triplets and we'll do a big show here. Yeah, they're great fellas, Louis and Daniel. They live near Ottawa, and we doubled the family. So there's the older brother Patrick, and then an older brother Raymond, and my sister, my only sister, Julie. And lots of 4 fiddle players, and Julie played piano for us, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. But the French Canadian's really, really important in our family. We really, really thank our parents for feeding us that beautiful music and inviting musicians coming from Quebec. They would come into Sault Ste. Marie, into our home and stay and play. And we were just and I remember my folks would get us up from bed, and we'd be in our pajamas, and it's time for bed, but okay, boys, come on, let's play for the visitors. We'd be in pajamas. There was a lot of photos with pajamas on, and it was a lot of fun. So we're going to play a tune by Michel Bordelot. He's from Quebec. He used to play with La Batine Souriante. Batine Souriante, it's a wonderful group from Montreal, and it's called Fleur de Mandragore. And we call them, these are just crooked tunes. We call them des airs tordus in Quebec. Crooked tunes are basically, they're tunes that sometimes have parts that have an added beat, or some parts have missing beats as well. So very, very different. So I wrote in that same style, and it's this one's, I call it Berthier-sur-Mer, which is a little village near Quebec City. And excuse me, that was dedicated to friends, Lucille and Bruno Gendreau. And here we go. We'll play it for you with the traditional foot percussion here. That one. 1, 2, 3, 4. My, oh my, oh my. Who wrote that tune? I wrote it so crooked that it's hard to follow. So let's do another French Canadian tune, if that's all right. I think we should do another one. We'll slow it down a bit, though. Gonna catch my breath. Are you having fun, folks? Here and at home? Good. That's great. So we're going to do a waltz, and this one is called La Valse des Jouets, and translated means the waltz of the toys. And Michel Faubert wrote this tune, and it's great. And again, it features Adam Dobrez. He's going to play the melody eventually. And yeah, it's this not very long piece here. We'll just do that one a standalone on its own here. Here goes. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, folks. I hope that this experience is unique and it's fulfilling for you guys. It's quite different for me to do this with backing tracks, and maybe I'm going to start a new trend here. But I really appreciate you coming and listening and supporting me. And I'm on a wee tour, folks, and it was supposed to spill over to the mainland as well, but there's a few gigs canceled, of course. But just hanging on to some of these little gigs and are really important. So I'm going to Quadra Island in 2 nights, and yeah, the Harriet Inn, Bay Inn, that's what it is, yeah. And then I'm going to Merville on Friday. Merville, the big Merville yellow Merville Hall. It's huge, but they'll have 50 people there, all well spread out. And then I'm up to Port McNeill and doing the Gatehouse Theatre there as well. Well, just well spaced out. And a few more live stream stuff as well. But I have a Facebook page. It's called Pierre Schryer's Fiddle Connection, or Connections. And yeah, check things out there if you'd like. And again, Herman's got a Facebook page too. And they again, the website to donate is artsonview.ca/donate. And we really appreciate that. So we're I'm gonna do without track. I'm gonna do solo fiddle. This was originally supposed to be a St. Patrick's show. Who's gonna go to that one? Yes, look at that. Thank you. Cheers. Why don't I play some Irish tunes? In Ireland, that's what they do. They play solo instrument on stage, and I'm gonna try to do that. Here, let's just turn things off. And you okay if I just improvise on some tunes? Yeah? Great. You don't know about that, Lasha? I'll play some reels. I played different sets last night. I'll just play different ones tonight. That's just the way it will go. And why don't I start in D and I'll go in F. F is one of my favorite keys. First one I'll do is, why don't I do one called Lucy Campbell's, I think it's called, Lucy Campbell's. And then I'll do a couple F tunes there and maybe finish up with D again. Cheers, folks. Thank you. I don't know if I could do a whole night just solo fiddle like that. But yeah, it's a lovely way to bring the music to its bare bones and see what spirit comes out from those lovely melodies. We're going to finish this show here now, folks, and we're going to do a set here featured on the Mandorla album, and we're going to do Wheels of the World. It's a traditional tune, and then we'll do an Ed Reevy tune, great little tune that he wrote. He's a great fiddle player from Ireland, wrote prolifically, and he wrote this one called Love at the Endings. Oh, sorry, no. This one is actually called John McGoohan's. And we'll finish with a Steve Cooney tune. Steve Cooney wrote the Blue Fiddle I mentioned earlier. Steve is originally from Australia, and he moved to Ireland many, many years ago. He's a major force there. He's a major influence to Irish musicians, and he recorded a lot of great players, and he also influenced the guitar playing that's there now in Ireland. And he just won the Lifetime Achievement Award with one of the great awards, TG4, in Ireland. So really, really proud of him. He wrote this tune called Skidoo, and we're going to play that for you. And it's great because those snow machines, Canadian made. I owned one when I was a kid. And I remember how it was so great to use these machines, and they would break trail so really, really well in heavy snow. But Steve did a documentary up north, and he was enamored by these machines. It's a really important form of transportation up north, and this tune actually feels like you're riding one. So we'll play this for you. The Wheels of the World, Johnny McGoohan's, and Skidoo. Thank you for coming, folks. Skidoo.